Good morning. How are you today? Welcome to another move session with me. Loving this weather. This beautiful chill, and yet it's so nice and warm during the day. Wish I could live somewhere where it was like this all the time. It's just fabulous for running and working out in the morning, and it's cozy in the evenings. I wish I could enjoy a glass of wine by the fire. It's a drag that I'm not having wine. Hey Yvonne, I was like waiting for someone. Okay, let's get started. Starting with some nice gentle twists, loosening up that spine, loosening up those hips. Oh, I listened to an amazing podcast this morning about hips. Hips and butts. I was saying yesterday that I really feel the difference in my running from all of the glute stuff that we've been doing in the workouts each week. And the podcast I listened to this morning kind of confirmed why. Oh, and my butt is sore again. It's like Jen Sharp said, we're getting used to sore butts every week. This is our new norm, is living with sore butts. So welcome. Say hi as you're joining. And I would love to know if it's your first time or if you come. I know some of you join all the time, but are you new? Are you just starting with me? I like to remind us all, including myself, every single workout to take the workout or move session, as I like to call them, at your pace, your intensity, and that can change day to day. It can be something you want to modify if you're just returning to movement, or if you are even just starting my programs. Really important. At the root of everything we do is our mind, our mindset, right? And it's critical, really, for success that we manage and work on the mind probably the most. And the reason I bring that up in the warm-up is because to even start a workout or a movement session or a exercise regimen, we need to start with getting the mind in the right frame of mind. We need to start with the mind, meaning we need to change our perspective and our approach to the workout. We need to change our attitude towards the workout, and we need to work on acceptance and patience of our upcoming journey, kind of thing. And so the reason I like to bring that up in the beginning is because it's really easy to criticize and judge ourselves for either where we're not, because we think we should be further along, or for where we've allowed ourselves to get to because we maybe stopped doing the things that we wanted to be doing. Actually, on the podcast that I listened to this morning, oh my gosh, this one specific one, I talked a lot about it yesterday. I gotta listen to it again. There's so many takeaways, but the one thing he said is we should stop saying the word should, stop using the word should, and start using the word could. I should work out, I could work out, and like right away in that kind of choice of a different word, the connotation changes, right? And so I should work out today. Well, I could work out today. Why would I work out today? Instead of saying should, because should is kind of like there's like a negative connotation to it in that, why am I not? So I'm going to increase the intensity a little bit. For those of you who are ready, increase with me. For those of you who are not, keep it at low, no intensity like we just did for the first round. You want to really be focusing on whether you're doing low, no intensity, lifting those knees. What we're going for is some range of motion, getting the blood flowing to the muscles, increasing the heart rate slowly, right, which is why it's really important to increase intensity at your level. You want to increase that heart rate slowly so that your body can gradually adapt to the increased demands that you're placing on it, right? The increased oxygen that it needs. If you try to go, you know, all in, we know it feels awful. That's because your body's scrambling to find the oxygen that it needs for this increased pace that you're subjecting it to, right? So if you can increase the pace slowly, your body can adjust a lot more readily and easily. So getting those heels up. So again, whether you're adding the hop to it or doing no impact, like we did in the first round, get those heels up. There's just as important to warm up the mind as it is to warm up the body. And what I mean by that is if you can go gentle throughout the warm-up, you can allow your mind to accept and embrace the movement session, the workout. If you go too hard too soon, your mind goes, no, 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 we don't want to do this. This sucks. This is gonna hurt. Stop, 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 stop. So one of the keys, I think, to longevity and sustained success is learning to slow down to speed up and work with yourself, not against yourself. Could instead of should. Oh, there were so many takeaways. I have listened. The interview was with someone, I think his name's Jonathan Fields. He wrote the book, Love People Use Things Because the Opposite Never Works. How great is that? Like, how great of a statement is that? Oh, he said so many amazing things. So one of the other things he says is, you can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. Life mantra right there. Okay, so I'm going to increase to the highest intensity. And again, if you're ready for high knees, you can do this with me. So one of your goals, if you're new or if you're progressing, is to be able to do this last round as hard as you can, right? So one of the areas you're going to see progress quickly is you're going to be able to execute the movements with increased efficiency and decreased discomfort, right? Your heart rate's going to drop more quickly when you rest, right? Your heart rate's going to increase more quickly. Your heart rate is such a key to so many things. So you're going to get to know your body's rhythms and how quickly your heart rate increases. And then, so if you're doing the warm-up and one day you're on round 3 and you're like, my heart rate's not increasing the way it normally does, right? It feels hard. That's usually a sign something's up, right? You can monitor your resting heart rate, but you can also monitor kind of your heart rate response. That's not the scientific technical term, but like if you're used to your heart rate adjusting quickly, I'll use a running analogy, even though many of you don't run, but if it usually takes me 2 kilometers to get up to the pace that I want to do comfortably, and one day it's taking me longer, that's a sign that I'm fatigued, I'm tired, I'm run down, perhaps I'm getting sick, I might be getting my period, right? So your heart rate can tell a lot of things. Same thing if your resting heart rate, if your heart rate's not coming down as quickly as normal, that can be a sign, same thing, that you're tired, you're fatigued, you're overtraining, you're doing too much. It can be stress, right? There's so many things that can cause fatigue the body is complicated. It's funny because I used to think, I mean, I know calories, all calories are not equal, right? So you could eat, you know, tons and tons and tons of fruits and veggies with meats, maybe some potatoes, some rice, right? And take the caloric count and probably eat a Big Mac meal, and it's going to be the same caloric count. Those things, there's no way those are equal, right? And the reason I mentioned that is that I see, it drives me nuts that in the health and nutrition and wellness community, trainers, nutritionists are like, it's very simple. It's calories in, calories out. I think that's a load of crap. And okay, you guys want to do back first or chest first? Let's see if anyone answers me. If you answer me, then we'll do what you say. If you don't answer me, we'll do that. Cheers. Who's on with me today? Who's joining me? You know who I miss is Corinne. Where's Corinne been? Where's Corinne been? I know Yvonne, I know you're there. Okay, I'm not getting an answer. Back or chest first? So you're gonna need, if you want to use a ball, a stability ball, we're gonna use a stability ball today. I've got my trusty cooler here today. Let's do chest first. Get that out of the way, because we're gonna do that on the ball. Fix this craziness going on the top of my head. So here's the thing. For years I thought, over the last few years, I thought, no, everybody's saying that calories in, calories out works. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I'm saying I think it's a lot more complicated than that. I don't think it's quite that simple. Because then you could have a Big Mac meal every day, and as long as you stay underneath your calories, then back. Okay, let's do it. Let's do back. Okay, hang on one sec. Gotta fix this thing. So you're gonna need your cooler or table or chair or bench or whatever you're using for our back set. I'm not sure that's any better, but anyway. And I'm gonna grab my weight here. Okay, here we go. So I started, okay, I'm gonna beat up on TikTok here for a second. You'll see, I'd see so many like smart, qualified people claiming at the end of the day, it's calories in, calories out. And they're so convincing, right, you guys? Whew. Make sure that butt is cocked. Okay, pull that belly button in. And I thought, you know what? Maybe they're right. And then I heard on something, I don't remember what, our bodies are not balance sheets. It's not that simple. And here's the thing, when I got my mouth stuff done, I had to eat soft blended foods, right? And they're not as filling, I'm sorry. So there's that. Right, so I can tell the difference. If I take the exact same foods that I eat and I blend it up in a blender and I eat it in a soup or a blended form where it's already broken down for me, it doesn't fill me up. And you can say, oh yeah, it's just my mind. I don't believe it. Okay, so make sure that butt is cocked, belly button's pulled in. You're going to do as many as you can and stop and break as you need to, like exactly what I'm doing. These are killing me today. I was tired today, guys. Okay, so we're going to go to bicep curls with a press next. Here's the other thing. So here's what I think there are. So curl, press. I think there's so many things that affect weight gain and weight loss. One is stress and inflammation, which is kind of like the result of stress. And stress can be, you know, it can be personal life stress, like, you know, a divorce or, you know, trauma, right? It could be job stress, it could be financial stress, it could be training stress, right? It can be, stress is stress. The body doesn't say, oh, you're running 60 miles a day, I like that kind of stress. No, stress is stress. And, whew. Okay, and then the last one we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a lighter weight, and we're gonna do the back of our shoulders. Let me come behind, like this. Okay, so we're gonna be bent, and we're gonna lift like this. We're focusing on the back of the shoulders, so you're gonna want a somewhat lighter weight for this one. Again, keeping that butt cocked. So you want that slight arch right here. And pulling them up, so you're going to feel this in the back. And then we're working the delts with the back of them. We're going to work all three sides of the shoulders today. Oh. Oh, 3 seconds. One more. Okay. That was 4. Okay, so we're going to take a little minute rest here. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents on that. I think stress affects it. I think alcohol consumption is going to, oh my goodness, is going to affect your ability to lose weight. Inflammation. So inflammation could come from the foods that we eat. So this is one of the best ways that we can control inflammation is through diet. Like, we can't always control inflammation from stress from job, personal life, right? Like, we can't always manage that, but we can manage our diet. We have complete control over that. We have some type of control over managing our sleep. Okay, round 2. Okay, these are long intervals today. We're doing 45 seconds. So pulling up with that back muscle, I like to think of these as our wings, our bat wings, I think someone calls them. Try to make sure your arm doesn't drop. You want to keep it retracted. Oh my God, I'm feeling these today. Just do as many as you can. Remember, no judgment, no criticism here. Whatever you put out today is better than putting out nothing. So you showing up is always the primary goal. Oh, this week, man, yesterday was a bit of a grind for me. And then this morning, so I guess I went to bed a little later than I wanted to last night because my son had a baseball game. So we got home a little later. I think we had a pretty mega storm last night that shut out the hydro, which I think woke me, like, I just slept somewhat restlessly, but then somewhat deeply at the same time. I was having these really bizarre dreams again. I don't know if it's the antibiotics I'm on. I have to take naproxen, which I didn't want to take, but I decided to be obedient and do what I'm told and finish the bottle like I was told. Finish the prescription. Oh my God. Whew. Those are feeling rough today. And then bicep curl with our press next. I don't know, it could be, sometimes when I'm about to get my period, I have funky dreams. So it could be that. But regardless, I woke up this morning. It's like, I was actually dreaming about whether I was going to get up and run or not. So in my dream, the funny thing was, in my dream, I did not get up and run. And then I was ticked at myself later because I didn't get my run in this morning. And I was really angry. So in my dream, I kind of gave in to that, oh, I just want to sleep. And then I felt major FOMO later in the day because I missed out on my morning, which I've gotten to quite like. Like, I have a bit of a morning routine. I really find the way that I start my day matters, especially accumulated over multiple days. So I really like to get my head in the right mindset in the morning. So whether that means, you know, my morning routine involves usually my run now, and my run is on a trail. And I find that getting into nature and just connecting with, you know, the simple world, as I said yesterday, it soothes my soul. It kind of brings peace to my mind. And then I usually listen to a self-development podcast, which just kind of accentuates the process. Remind myself of my goals every morning, where I'm going, both personally and with my business. Anyways, because I slept in my dream, I missed all that and I regretted it. So then I woke up and I'm like, will I really regret it, or was that just a dream? Ugh. So I got up and I went out. I thought I felt sick this morning, but I think I was just tired. I was just in a funk, just in a sleep funk, if that makes sense. Okay, we have one more round of this. I think it's just you and me today, Yvonne. Right. One more round of this one. Oh, my butt is so sore. Is your butt sore, Yvonne? Oh. Okay. Last round. Okay, let's make it good. Pull and pause. Pull and pause. Pull and pause. Got that? So I went out, I got my butt out the door. Same way I do every day lately is just shorten it. You just got to do something, not nothing. Like, you can always turn back. I had, you know, I wanted to do a longer run. I thought if it doesn't come together, it's about 2 kilometers for me to get to the trail. And I thought, no, I at least want to spend some time on the trail this morning. And if I can always turn around. Of course, the minute I got to the trail, it felt great. And then I ended up going a little further than I had intended and got home late, just in time to walk my son to school. So late, but just in time. So pull, pause, focus on that back. We want nice, strong back, upper body muscles, ladies. Even though we're headed into the fall sweater weather, not yet, it's pretty warm still. I don't know, what's it like over there, Yvonne? I plan on being beast moded up. Okay, one more. Woo! Thank goodness those are done. Okay, we don't need this anymore. By spring. That's the goal. I mean, okay, back to what I was talking about. I want to do a little training on this today. I'm trying to decide where I'm going to do it. You guys are my guinea pigs. What affects weight loss negatively that we forget about, right? So we put, oh my gosh, guys, one of our biggest mistakes as a creature, we put all the emphasis into the actions, right? So we put all of the knowing, we put way too much emphasis in the knowing, the education, right? I need to figure out what diet do I need to do. I need to figure out what exercise should I do. Instead of just doing it, okay? So we put all the emphasis into that. We put a teeny bit of emphasis into the doing, right? So we put all of our energy and effort into, I don't have the right equipment. Oh, I really love to join you, Jocelyn, but I don't have a Yeti cooler. Until I get a Yeti cooler, I can't do it, right? Or, you know, education. We put so much clout in learning, but not executing, right? Bob Proctor says, education is not what contributes to success. It's the application of education, right? And we've developed a society that really, I think, no disrespect to any teachers out there, but overvalues school and education and undervalues, you know, application, work ethic, you know, the skill set. And anyways, that's another topic, but we overemphasize knowing, we underemphasize doing, but when we do, we want results like that, right? So I'm like, oh, I changed my diet. Okay, we're 45 days into the 90-day challenge. Okay. And how many people in that group are like, oh, I'm not getting results? Okay, it's a month and a half. And I know that's a long time for some people to stick to stuff. I get it. But it's not that long, right? Like, we got to think of the changes we make as changes we're adopting permanently, like for good, in which case you don't need to be in a rush for your results. So we need, the first thing I think that we undervalue is, you know, patience. We got to have patience and we got to drop our expectations. Okay, raise our standards, drop our expectations. Okay, we're gonna do chest. I just am figuring out how I'm gonna get on my ball fast enough. You guys get on your ball if you're using a ball, but you can do these on the ground as well. I'm using a ball as, you know, a more advanced move. Okay, but take my watch off for this one. Okay, ready? Oh. Okay, on the ball, butt is up, and we're pressing. Okay, we are gonna have Beyonce butts, you guys, by spring, no doubt. Okay, so make sure that if you're using a ball, you want the ball under your neck and shoulders. If you are new, if you're just joining me, you're not using a ball, you're doing this on the floor, because a ball creates more adversity. Do not be in a rush for your results. Be in a rush to adapt the habits into your life instead. Okay? Be in a rush to, okay, here's a good one, you guys. I heard this from Jonathan Fields as well. Letting go isn't something that you do. It's something you stop doing. Okay? So you want to make a change in your life, right? You need to let go of a lot, right? So one of the things that I realized when we started our wine, or my wine challenge, I let it go. And that was the secret to, you know, 45 days later, like to sinking into my new life right away. So be in a rush for that. So how do you do that? How do you make those new habits how do you adopt that right away without feeling like you've lost kind of yourself, right? Okay, Heather, I'm going to beat up on you for a second here. Heather said to me yesterday, I did it, 45 days, I'm still in, right? I'm still doing it. But now what I got to do is drop the new habit, essentially, that I adopted in the meantime, right? So if you replace your old bad habit with a new bad habit, you haven't made a change. You've just transitioned to a different bad habit. Okay, so we're going to go sideways, forward. Pull that belly button in so you're using your core. So be in a rush to jump into that new version of you, meaning the new way that you live, instead of being in a rush for the outcome. And that means be in a rush to let go, release. So one of the examples he said, right, is this was the podcast on minimalism. Almost there. Okay, we're gonna grab our ball again, and we're gonna do plank on the ball for the last one. Or if you're new or just starting, you're gonna do just plank on the ground. You're not gonna use the ball because this is harder. Give yourself a nice little calf stretch at the same time. Flex those feet, lean back. If it's too easy, you can bring the ball out in front of you further like this. Breathing through it. So let's say you let go of something, material that you own, right? So you get rid of it. Just because you got rid of it doesn't mean you've let it go mentally, right? Let's say you remove a toxic person from your life, right? So you did the physical part where you got rid of that person in your life. They're no longer in your life. But you're still thinking about them every day. You're missing them every day. Maybe you complain about them every day, right? Like you haven't let it go. Letting it go means like releasing and dismissing, and it no longer exists for you, right? I don't know if I'm making any sense, but hey, Candy's my new morning routine buddy. Yes, Candy. We were talking because Candy and I work together, and we probably have some of the same struggles, and that is we really have big goals for our business. And sometimes when you have big goals for something and you become obsessed with that thing, right? Like, and I lost myself, and it was embarrassing because I am this fitness person getting fatter and fatter. You know, embarrassing. Building a business, but kind of losing myself in the process, because what was happening for me, I'm not sure about Candy, for me, I was working really late at night, and therefore I was sleeping in the morning, and I was losing my self-work, right? If I stop working on myself, I have nothing to give to other people. I really don't, because, well, what would I talk about? Right? The reason I talk so much, I have so much to share, is because every day I'm learning new things. I'm trying to develop myself. I'm curious. I want to know how can I be better, and then how can I help others be better as well. But I lost that, and it was because I wasn't prioritizing. And so what I learned when I started to turn kind of my life around from a success standpoint was I had to prioritize beginning and ending my day the way I wanted to, right? Not letting my day run me, but becoming more in charge of me running my day. And that meant getting up in the mornings and doing a self-development routine. And eventually, like more recently, that's evolved into, you know, fitness and movement being part of that morning routine. You know, so it started with my mind. Like I said in the beginning of our workout, it has to start with your mind, you guys. You should put the most amount of time and effort above your neck. The ball is rolling away. What a mess I'm working out in today. Okay. Up. And so, for me, I feel more authentic to myself, my values, what's important to me. Health, energy, feeling my best is paramount. It's probably my biggest value system. It's ingrained in my core, and it's driven by me just wanting to feel good. And And that's really the bottom line. Do I want to look good? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm normal. I'm like you guys. But I don't want to, if I had to choose one, I want to feel good. I want to feel clarity in my mind. I want to feel energy and optimism. Get this guy back. Positivity, rest, and just general wellness, right? That's how I want to feel. So whatever I have to do, or sacrifice, or let go, I had to let go of wine. But I had to not just remove it from my life, I had to let it go. Okay, that is a great analogy for what I was trying to say earlier. I had to not just remove it, I had to let it go. And there's a huge difference. Because when we just remove something from our life, we're counting down the days before we get to have it back. That's the difference. If you've let it go, you've released it. You're no longer attached to it, and it no longer has a hold on you. So whatever that is for you, you know, what is that for you? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to work on letting go of? Whew. All right, we got one more set as that, and then we have our Grand Slam set to finish. I'm feeling good, you guys. The freedom really is in that part where you let something go. That's not to say that I'm never going to have wine again, because I probably am. And it's not to say there's not some days when I think about it. Yesterday I was thinking about it. But it's funny, I was thinking about it, but I feel so detached from it. Like it almost was like I thought, oh, it would be nice to have wine, but I'm good without it. Like it's almost like, well, I don't really have a reason to have it. And, you know, before, I can definitely come up with a reason. But I didn't want to come up with a reason. And actually at the forefront of my mind was the reasons why I would choose not to have it. I was trying to remember the should, could, would. Whew. What a beautiful day. Oh my gosh. My butt has gotten worked today. So funny, I got out for my run, which felt like, okay, I was ran by myself today, so I had nobody to worry about but me, so I thought I'll just take it easy, take it slow, and do whatever. And after a few kilometers, it felt really dang good, and I started pushing. That's something I haven't done for a while. That's my next goal for my running chapter, is to start working on getting actually fitness and speed back, which I never thought I'd get back again. And I say that because a lot of speed and power comes from glutes, and for the longest time I couldn't really use my glutes well. And I can feel them being used right now. Whew. Oh man, okay, we are done with those. How's everyone feeling? Okay, up and forward. So we worked all sides of our delts today, our shoulder muscle. We did the back when we did those bent flies. Now we're doing the front and the tops of them in this movement. Pull that belly button in. Use your core to help you. Okay, you might think that sounds crazy because you're lifting with your arms, but pull that belly button in on each lift. brace the core. The more you can train your body to use your core, like the more you're going to use it during like just life, right? Just walking around. Like you should, you know, practice kind of pulling that core in and using it regularly. We lose, especially if you sit all day, like you really don't have to use your core to sit, do you? You don't have to use your core, you don't have to use your glutes. The two parts of your body that power, they're like the power pack, your battery pack of your body, and most of us struggle to use them. So we end up using lower back instead, and that's why we all have lower back problems. Breathing through it. Ten more seconds. Take a little break and then we'll go right into our Grand Slam finisher. Okay. So we are going to consider, well, no, we're not going to cheat like that. Okay, I want us to go, let's start with our squats. Okay, ready? 10 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We're going to do a glute, God help us, core set. You lost a lot of weight already? Did you? Do tell. Oh, ha, I think I know what you're saying. Okay, we're gonna start with hydrants. Okay, pull your belly button in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull that belly button in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You want to keep your hip bones facing down. 1, and just lift the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're gonna do, I forget what these are called. These. 1, alternating sides. 2, 3, 4, bird dogs. 5, we're doing 20. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to do plank marches. So we're going to be in a plank position and we're going to lift that foot up. Okay, so ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just lifting a couple inches. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, spider plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, how many was that? Hang on. So we did 20, 60, 70, 70. Okay, shoulder taps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the last one, these are called dead bugs. Okay, opposite of bird dogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's our core. So let's do boat while we're here. Ready? Going? Make sure I started the clock. No one wants to do extra boat. Or I don't want to do extra boat. If you have your ball, you can grab the ball and squeeze it. I meant to grab that, but I can't reach it. It's right there. If you don't, just picture squeezing the ball between your feet. Activate these muscles right here. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. We did our planks, so we have to finish with our push-ups and our burpees. So 10 push-ups, 10 burpees. Let's do our push-ups first. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 burpees and we're, oh no, and glute bridges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whoo, 9, last one, 10. Glute bridges. Should have done those while we were down here. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Way to go. Congratulations for showing up. Have an awesome day. We'll see you tomorrow.